Alright, so this is going to be my example schedule for step one studying, and it's super important that you either make your own schedule or have some sort of help or a template. And I'm going to go ahead and post the template that I used. You can print it off and start writing things on it. But the important part is to get through everything that you need to get through in a certain amount of time. And then you can even repeat it. So let's say you want to get through all of first aid, which is a super important resource for step one, in about a time of about like 2 weeks. You could definitely read through first aid in a couple of days, but I recommend splitting it over 2 weeks. So here I'm going to show my schedule real quick. You should see my schedule, and I'm going to go through it and the reasons why I split up the things that I did and why you should split it up very similarly. What you'll notice is that UWorld questions, it says UW for UWorld, and the number of questions that I did every day, I did those every single day. That's going to be essential to board studying because boards is a test of whether or not you can answer questions, and doing questions every day will help you no matter what. So here in this example, I did about 100 questions a day. This was sort of before dedicated time, maybe like 2 months out or so. When you go into 1 month in, just a rule of thumb, just an easy way is to just double everything. Or you could kind of like 1.5 everything. So I would have been doing like 150 questions a day to 200 questions a day, and then sort of trying to get through things a little bit faster because now you're about a month out. Okay, the next thing you see on Monday at 10 a.m., I did FA is first aid, biochem half. So I did half of the biochem section. You just read through it, read through your explanations that you found on UWorld, sort of just going through and trying to come up with mnemonics and stuff. Another important thing is to eat. So I have breakfast listed here. I have lunch listed here as well. The next thing is reviewing wrongs. So I didn't do this every single day. In fact, in this schedule, you should have review wrongs written somewhere else as well. Maybe on Thursday or something like that. Actually, maybe even Friday because Thursday looks like it's a bit full of video, and pathoma neuro is that's like a lot of video time. Therefore, you should review wrongs about 2 to 3 times a week. The next thing you see on Monday is sketchy M, that's sketchy micro. I reviewed penicillins. I have gym listed here. I only did the gym about 3 times a week. Sometimes you'll even miss it. You might even just do 2 times a week. But the point of making the schedule is to really not forget to do things that are healthy for you, that sort of keep you on your feet, okay? Next, you're going to see UWorld again on Monday, 80, and then if you have time, every day I put if you have time, you add something in. And then you're probably questioning like, oh, well, if you have time for that, how did you fit it into your schedule for the next week? Or did you even have it in your schedule? That's a really good question. The things that I have, if you have time, you'll fit into the next week, and then you'll write on your schedule whether or not you did it this week. So if I didn't have time for sketchy atypicals this week, I would have to fit it into my next week's schedule. Okay? If this is too complicated for you, you could always try to just use this template and then just like replace some of the words or something like that. You could do something like cram fighters. Cram fighters is something that actually goes through first aid pathoma in a really scheduled way for you, and it will schedule it for you, although cram fighters cost money. That was pretty much my schedule. You sort of just kept everything the same, and then you just went through the next chapter or the next part of pathoma, if you will, or the next section in first aid, and just continue to do questions and flashcards. If you have any questions, please comment below. I can make videos on anything else. And then please like and subscribe. That'll definitely help me out and see whether I'm doing these videos all right. All right, thanks.